Well, hi, I'm Joe Kelly from the Cat Country Morning Show with today's Cat Country Joke of the Morning recap. See this box up there? Hit it and subscribe to us on YouTube. You'll thank me later. All right, here it is, today's Cat Country Joke of the Morning. Bob was practicing golfing in his front yard when he hit a ball and it went through his neighbor's window. Crash! Bob went over and rang the doorbell. 3 times, there was no answer. Finally, Bob opened the door and went in. He saw glass everywhere. There was a lamp on the floor. And sitting on the couch, a big fat man wearing a turban on his head. Bob said, "Who are you?" The man said, "Well, I'm a genie. You just freed me from my lamp." Bob said, "Great. Does this mean I get 3 wishes?" Genie says, "Well, since you accidentally freed me from the lamp, you actually get 2 wishes. One for you and one for your wife, but I get a wish." Bob said, "Well, I'd like to be the greatest golfer of all time." The genie says, "Are you sure? Most people wish for money or something like that." Bob said, No, I want to be the greatest golfer of all time." The genie said, "All right, done. Go get your wife and see what she wants." So Bob gets his wife. She comes over. She says, "I'd like to get $1 million a week, every week for my entire life." Genie says, "Great. Now it's my turn. My wish. Bob, I'd like to have wild, crazy sex with your wife all day today." Bob said, No. Wife said, "Well, it is $1 million a week." So Bob says, "All right," and he leaves. And the genie and the wife spent the day together. When they're finished, the genie asks, "How old is your husband?" Bob's wife says, 45. The genie laughed and says, "Isn't he a little bit too old to be believing in genies?" All right, that was today's Cat Country Joke of the Morning. Have a great day.